And I built this whole system out, and it was exactly what people were wanting. The problem was I didn't know what I was doing. And someone gave me that advice. It was like, oh, yeah, you have separate databases for each of these. Like, you're never going to be able to scale this company. Like, you're going to have to do this a different way.
Okay.
So what ended up happening was I got like 5 contracts, let's say, and I had X dollars. And it was like, now you have 3 months to redo everything you did in a year.
Ooh.
With like not the full amount of money, but like the 50% down.
Right.
And you get the rest, when you do it. And that was where, the tears and like this is just too much. And
was there a few moments where you thought about giving up and saying, screw it, I'm going to do something else?
Oh yeah. It was heavy.
Because you had to reset everything. And were you hiring other developers then at that point to scramble and help change that stuff around? With that,
so this is my first lesson in management as this 21-year-old kid who has no clue. There was somebody who I had been working with at that internship who was trying to help me out. Okay. My manager actually wanted to like team up with me.
I see.
Because he went to a camp. His roommate was an engineer. Okay. And my first hard lesson in management is that nobody cares nearly as much about it as I do.
Isn't that the truth?
Which is, I think, later in my career is kind of, I think one of the secrets that I've learned is like, find the people who do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So at that moment, so you have this product, so to speak, but now you got to change a bunch of stuff around. But you got these contracts that came in, and they're expecting you to deliver on these contracts in a certain time frame, and now you're scrambling. Woo, man!
My blood pressure went up as you're retelling the story. I mean, I'll never forget. My dad was like, he'd come over and I'd tell him like, I can't do it. He's like, son, there's nothing like having your own business.
Well, that's true. But meanwhile, you're barely paying the bills, and what are you eating? Ramen noodles?
I am not paying anything. The only person I'm paying is that engineer, Dan, who is going slower than I needed him to.